We are going to do a Q&A. Hello, welcome back to the channel. I have had so many questions since I went on my solo trip about solo travelling in general, especially since on Instagram I did release a full breakdown of everywhere that I'm going this year. There was so many questions and I just thought, you know what, I think it's best that I just sit down, do a Q&A, and then if anybody asks any questions I'll just redirect them to this video. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. So that is what today's video is going to be. It's just going to be a sit down, big chatty Q&A. Get your cuppas. I've finished mine because I've been procrastinating for about half an hour. I knew I needed to film this video and I'm not going to lie, I just couldn't be arsed. I was just like, I can't be bothered. First question that I kept getting. So I have been doing like mini vlogs and posting a hell of a lot on my TikTok. If you don't follow us, please go and follow us over on TikTok. I absolutely love creating mini vlogs. It's been quite different for us to get my head around. I am a long form content girly and this is what I've been doing for 6 years. I do love to deep chat and long form content. However, TikTok has become something that I really enjoy creating content for, and every single time I go away or do something, I'm more or less posting little mini daily vlogs on there. So if you want to see more of my face, follow us over there. If you don't, just stay here. The question is, how did you deal with solo traveling and flying? This was something that I was quite apprehensive about, simply because I had never got on a flight by myself until I did it for the solo trip to Copenhagen, and it was something that I did find really scary, the thought of. Prior to doing it, I was really nervous, especially sitting in the airport when you wait, because obviously you wait in airports for so long, and I think I was just waiting and I was like, oh my god, like I'm going to be on a literal plane by myself that's going to be flying out of my country and I'm going to be in a different country completely by myself. The plane I did start to feel really apprehensive about. Like I was like sitting in the airport thinking like I can't do it, like I can't get on the plane. Obviously it was just my head, and this is one big thing that I'm teaching myself this year, is all of these anxieties and fears I have, 9 times out of 10 it's all in my head. Like it is literally all in my head, and when I actually do the things that I've been so scared of doing, nothing bad happens, like touch wood, but like it's just fears that I have in my head that's stopping us from living life the way I want to live it, because my head's just like, oh, but have you thought about this and have you done this? And I'm just like, bugger off. I can't be arsed with you. I want to live life. I want to get out there. I want to do things. So this year I'm really trying to push past them anxieties and fears that I have around things and just be like, bugger it, do it. Trying to be a spontaneous little bitch. So like honestly, I feel like it was one of them things that I don't really have any tips. I didn't do anything to prepare myself. I just did it. I booked the flight. I got on the flight and I just did it. And I know that's like shit advice. It's like, oh, that's your advice, just do it. But I feel like that is literally like how it is for me. Like I will not get over it. There's nothing I've done to prepare for the flight. I just did it. I just booked it and got on it. So honestly, that's it for that one. Are you going on another solo trip? I am indeed. Spontaneously booked one and I'm very excited for this one. It's going to be very different to my first one in Copenhagen, and it's coming up very soon. I leave on the 1st of April, but I'll tell you more about that in a little while. There's going to be good vlogs. There's going to be good vlogs on YouTube, but there's also going to be lots of TikTok content and Instagram photos, and I'm so excited. Why do you travel? Just to fill up the scrapbook? Because it's really important that I fill up the scrapbook. This one made me howl. Why is all you do when you go away is eat? Everyone's idea of traveling is so different and everyone can do what they want. If I want to go away literally just to experience food from a different country, then I totally can do that, and that is my choice, what I do with my money. If I want to go sightseeing, if I want to go and see landmarks, like that is what I want to do with my time in that place or that country, and that is fully entitled to me. Like me and Sean, like if we vlog and we're like, oh my god, we want to go to an Irish bar when we're in Spain, people are like, why do you go places just to find an Irish bar? Because we bloody love Irish bars, and if we want to see all the Irish bars around the world, then that is the way we want to travel. Let us get on with it. Like why does other people's life significantly impact the way you feel? And if that is genuine to you, like if me wanting to go to an Irish bar in Copenhagen affects your life, then I genuinely think you have some like inner things wrong that you need to sort out, because I never look at somebody's life anymore like I used to when I was younger and when I was like more bitter about the world and like really hated myself and my life. But nowadays I never look at somebody's life and be like, why have they did that? Like where I get so invested that I feel the need to comment on my post about it. Like if you want to go to Copenhagen and if you want to go in that Irish bar, babe, do it. Like I don't care. It's not affecting my life. I just don't get why people are so invested and so offended by other people's choices. What's in Norway are you off to? I am off to Oslo. Norway is one of my brother's dream places to go, and he is turning 21 this year, and I thought I'd just book a little trip, take him over there. So I'm going to be taking him to Oslo, and I'm really excited. If anybody has any recommendations, do let me know below and we will be sure to do them. And of course I will be vlogging that trip as well, so if you want to see what we get up to in Norway, that trip will be in May. Where exactly are you travelling this year? So I did obviously put a breakdown over on my Instagram stories of where I was travelling, but I understand that not everybody on YouTube follows us on Instagram. Hint hint, if you want to, you sure can. So I'm going to give you a little breakdown of everything that we've got planned for this year travel wise. Now I do just want to say this was something that I wasn't going to initially kind of talk about, because I was just like, I'll just keep it quiet and just like reveal as and when we go. But honestly, I'm so excited, and I do YouTube, I post 3 times a week. Like, it's going to be hard not to like talk about places I'm going and seeing, so I thought I'll just tell people where I'm going. Plans may change, a lot of these are booked, so we don't intend for them to change, but things may change, it's life. So let's have a recap of where Demi is going. I also just want to start this by saying I know how incredibly lucky I am to be able to have this year and travel as much as I want to travel this year, and I'm not taking any of this for granted. I don't want to come off as being spoiled. This is something that I've saved for years. I've always put money away to travel, and I just never have travelled the way I wanted to, so I've always had this like fund ready for when I felt like the opportunity was right, and this year just feels like the right year to do the travelling that I want to do. Obviously February was Denmark, went to Copenhagen. That was my first solo trip, and it was just a little trip. It was 4 days, but it was beautiful. Ireland is another just slow one, but we are going to Ireland. I have family in Ireland, so I'm taking my grandma over there. We're staying for 4 nights. We're going to be there for Paddy's Day weekend. I'm super excited, and we're going to be staying 2 nights in Bundoran and 2 nights in Donegal, and we're getting the ferry over from Conryan in Scotland, and I absolutely love Ireland. I took Sean for the first time last year. He absolutely loved it, so we're very excited for this trip, and I get to see my family over there, so I'm like, yes. April, I'm going to be taking my mum to Switzerland. I am so beyond grateful to be able to take my mum to Switzerland, because it's one of her dream destinations and places that she never thought she'd get to go to, and I'm getting to take her there. I'm doing it as like a little Mother's Day trip thing, but I'm so beyond excited. We're going to Interlaken, and I just can't wait. May, like I said earlier, I am taking my brother to Norway. We're going to Oslo in May, and I'm so beyond excited for this trip. It'll be the first trip I've been away with my brother in quite a while. He's turning 21 this year, and he didn't really want anything, so I was like, I'll take you away. My travel year, let's just, where do you want to go? And he was like, I'd love to go to Norway, so that's where we're going. June is our first big trip, so this is the first main travelling trip that I have planned with Sean. Sean is in university up until May, so June is when we're ready and we're going. In June we will be travelling to Singapore, one of my absolute dream destinations. I've wanted to go to Singapore for the longest time ever, so the fact that this year it's happening, I cannot tell you how excited I am. Indonesia, Bali, which again, so excited for. I have wanted to go to Bali for the longest time. I just think it looks absolutely beautiful, and I feel like Singapore is going to be really busy. Like, we're going to do a lot there. It's going to be a busy week, so then I feel like having the week after in Bali is going to be so nice, because it is going to be a little bit more chill, although I am adding more and more to the to-do list in Bali, so it may not be as chill as I anticipated it to be. And then after Bali we're going to Hong Kong. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Hong Kong, like, it does not seem real, and I am so beyond grateful. Like, June, I cannot wait. So we're going to Hong Kong, and then after that we are going to Dubai, which everyone talks about Dubai. To be honest, it wasn't a place that I ever kind of felt like I really want to go and visit Dubai, but because of the route we're doing, we do have to stop in Dubai anyway, so I was like, we'll have a few nights there. I'd love to experience it, and I've got a feeling, the more research I've done, I've got a feeling it's going to be one of them places I go and want to go back, because I'm going to enjoy it that much. Anyway, so that is June's trip. We'll get back, and then it's my birthday, and I'm just like, whoop whoop. Obviously I have spontaneously booked another trip in April, so I'm going to Switzerland with my mum, but before that I am going away again by myself on another little solo trip, and I'm so excited. I'm going on that one on the 1st, and then I'm going to Switzerland with my mum on the 15th. July we're doing Italy and Croatia multi-trip. This is via a cruise. So excited. Me and Sean went on our first cruise last year. We went on a Virgin Voyage, and I loved it so much. Cruises are just like they're a thing and I love them, and I think there'll be more cruises this year. Like, I don't think that's going to be the only one, but for now it's the only one we have booked. We are going on a cruise in July, which I'm so excited about. August, we haven't really got anything booked, but I'm probably thinking another cruise, or we might do Venice, because we're not actually going to Venice on the multi-trip that we're doing in July, and Venice is on my bucket list of places I'd love to see. I'm thinking maybe a spontaneous little trip to Venice wouldn't do anybody any harm, would it? September is a month that we're potentially going to stay at home. My mum is going away in September, so I'm looking after her dog Dolly. So I'm thinking September is going to be a quieter stay-at-home month. Because August as well, my mum's getting married, so August is going to be busy, because I definitely do want to go somewhere in August. It's just not booked in a rush hour where yet. If you've got any recommendations of places we need to go, let me know, but it's probably only going to be for about a week. We can do in August due to Sean's like schedule and shift pattern. September, I'm thinking we probably won't go away, but then knowing me, I'll probably book another spontaneous solo trip if I think of somewhere that I really want to go. October, we're going to be doing a USA multi-trip, which I'm so excited about, but this will include LA, Las Vegas, Chicago and Texas. Basically going there simply for Chicago. I have a pen pal in Chicago who I have been dying to meet. We've been pen pals for years, and this is the year that I am definitely going to meet Claire. Like, there's no ifs or buts. It's got to happen, and it is happening. So in October, we're doing a multi-trip. We're doing a multi-trip to America and fully intend to meet Claire. November, it will be mine and Sean's anniversary together. We will have been together 12 years. 12 years. We haven't booked anywhere for November yet, but we are thinking on going on a trip, and potentially Finland or Sweden is coming to mind at the minute, but we might change this. That one is kind of still up in the air. December goes so quick for me, and 1st of December, I want the Christmas decks out. I have a Christmas party. Like, December, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying at home, and I am celebrating Christmas all through December with my friends and family. And honestly, I keep saying to everybody who I'm discussing this year with, like, if everything goes to plan this year, this is going to be one of the best years of my entire life, and I cannot explain how beyond grateful I am. I wouldn't be able to do this without this job. I wouldn't be able to do this without the support from people who follow us on YouTube and TikTok. Like, it's absolutely crazy that this is my life, and I'm so beyond grateful for the opportunities that social media are bringing us, have brought us in the past, and are going to continue to bring us this year. And I just want to say, if you've ever supported me over the 6 years of us doing social media in any way, thank you so much, because I am so beyond grateful. This year is literally my dream year that I never ever thought was possible is finally becoming a reality. And honestly, I'm telling everyone that I'm just so beyond excited, like so beyond excited. Like, I'm not taking it for granted at all, and I know that I am incredibly lucky to be able to experience what this year is potentially going to bring to my life. How can you leave your dogs for so long during all this traveling? Now, this is something that obviously I'm totally aware of, and I know that there's a lot of people out there who wouldn't leave their dogs for the periods of time that we are this year. I'm so grateful that my dogs are literally my mum's dogs as well. Like, and same goes with her dog Dolly. If she goes away, Dolly comes to us. If we go away, Dolly goes to my mum. Obviously, I am going to Switzerland with my mum. My mum's partner Neil, who is the dog's gramps, is going to be having the dogs. So honestly, like, I wouldn't be doing this traveling if it wasn't for my mum, because I wouldn't be leaving my dogs in kennels or anything like that. I wouldn't enjoy the traveling, because I'd be so worried about my dogs. But because they're going to be with my mum, it does give me that peace of mind that I know they're going to be okay. They're going to be living their best life, and they're going to be on little holidays themselves, and I'll be FaceTiming them at my mum's. And it is hard. I will miss them so incredibly much, but this is also something that I've wanted to do for a very, very, very long time. I've saved for so many years to be able to travel, and for me, it's just what I want to do. I can't, there's nothing, like, I feel like I have no other purpose in life. I want to travel. I want to see these places. I want to go away and document my life, and I'm so grateful that I can do that. And yeah, but going back to the question, my mum will be having my dogs, and they'll be absolutely over the moon to be at my mum's. They'll love going to hers. On your first solo trip, did you miss the feeling of sharing the experience with loved ones? This is such a good question, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like, I didn't. Me and Sean have travelled a lot, and I do really love travelling with Sean. I feel like 9 times out of 10, me and him want the same things when it comes to travelling. We have the same ideas of how we want to spend our days, our times, our weeks. So I feel like overall, me and him are so compatible when it comes to travelling. But But at the same time, it was just such a different experience being in Copenhagen by myself, and I was really enjoying the experience with myself. I'm so content in who I am as a person these days, and I just felt so fulfilled being there. It really felt like a full new liberating experience for me, and I didn't really regret not being there with anybody to share the experience with, because I had that experience by myself, and I love that for me. I loved it. What's happening with the business when you are away? So the business will be reducing in terms of products that I sell on the website. In terms of the customized starter kits will not be happening on the months that I'm traveling quite a lot, and I will just be selling products that basically my mum can package up and send out for us. The business is still something that I absolutely love. Like, it is my little baby. I love Scrapture so much, and I am continuously putting new ideas into it. I know this year it might seem like an it go on the back burner because obviously I am deciding to travel so much, and that's not the case. There's a lot going on behind the scenes for 2025 with Scrapshare, but this year it is just kind of going to be running in the background. I am going to be promoting it still. I am going to be obviously putting money and effort into it. I still haven't taken much out of the business in terms of what it's earned. Everything's been reinvested back into Scrapshare because I have big plans for it, and I have plans for the future for that business. But this year I am prioritising travelling just that little bit more, but it's still going to be running. If you want to make an order, don't worry, it will be fulfilled. I'm so lucky to have a network of people around us who are able to support every aspect of my life, and I will forever be grateful for that. Is Sean paying for all the holidays? I'm paying for the majority of them. Just not even going to lie, like, I have been very fortunate. I've saved a lot of money over the years that I always wanted to use for travelling, and I am in a fortunate position where I have the money to travel, and I have the money to take my brother on holiday, my mum on holiday. I have the money to take Sean travelling. Obviously I'm not paying for all the travels. He will be paying for some of it himself for his part, but I am paying for all of my own travelling trips, not getting it from anyone else, not expecting it from anyone else. Like, I am paying. It's my money, and it's what I want to spend my money on. There's no way I would be going off on solo trips and expecting Sean to pay for it. Like, that's just not who I am. I've been financially independent since I was 17 years old. I've supported my mum, I've supported other people in my family, and honestly, like, it's just the way it is. I'm so grateful and fortunate that social media has allowed me to live the life that I live, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not about the way that I earn money. It has been through social media, and without social media it wouldn't have happened for me. But documenting my life and working with brands and getting paid through the Creator Fund, and now even the TikTok Beta Fund, which is absolutely mental. I never thought I'd get paid the way that I have been getting paid from TikTok. It's crazy. But all of them combined make me a decent wage, and I am so beyond grateful to be able to pay my bills, travel, help my friends and family when they need it. I'll forever be grateful for that. And yeah, I don't know if it's like an old misconception that because I'm a female I'm not paying my way, or because Sean, like, I don't know what it is, but I get comments so much saying that, like, Sean paid for the house, Sean pays for all the travelling we're doing, and it's just not the case. I'm like, okay, but believe what you want, but he's not, and he wouldn't do that. Like, he's not going to just let me do what I want, let me live a life of luxury, and he pays for everything and goes to graft 24 hours a day. Like, it's not the reality. Did Sean not want to go on these solo trips with you? Honestly, it was kind of just Sean decided he wanted to go to uni. He knew that that was going to take up majority of his time until May. I obviously don't have that commitment, so I was able to travel, and decided that I didn't want to wait until June to be able to travel. So I decided to just book solo trips, go away with family, and I'm beyond grateful that I've been able to do this. But yeah, it was just Sean had other commitments prior to June, hence why our main travels start in June together. The last question that I did write down is, how are you affording to travel so much this year? But I did kind of already touch on this. I've had savings for absolute years. My job is remote. I can literally pick this camera up. It doesn't matter if I'm sitting here or in Copenhagen. If I'm recording this video, I'm still getting paid the same amount. So for me, it doesn't really matter where I am. I've just decided to start actually using my money and traveling and documenting it, and I'm so beyond grateful. But I'm going to leave this video here. I feel like I've ranted on everything travel for the longest time. If you've got any other questions, leave them below, and I'll either answer them in the comments or I'll do a part 2 if I feel like there's too many questions to answer in the comments. Thank you so much for your continuous love and support. I really hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you're excited to come along on the travels with us, because of course I'm going to be documenting absolutely everything. If there's anything in particular you want to see while I'm traveling, so certain things you want us to document, certain ways you want us to vlog the whole traveling experiences, then let us us know. But without further ado, I will let you all go and I'll see you very shortly for another one. Bye!